Hi guys, welcome to our interactive nature series with Kildare Tidy Towns, and today we're going to collect some birch sap. We're here in the beautiful Kildare woods on the birch plantation. We're here with grandmother Birch, and she's going to help us out today to choose the right trees to collect some birch.
So we'll lead you through and we'll give you some tips about how to identify a birch tree, and then we'll show you the tools that you'll need, and then we'll even show you what you should be looking out for, and then we'll also show you at the end what the actual birch sap looks like.
So to identify a birch tree, you look for the lovely silvery bark, and a real telltale sign of the birch is this papery kind of bark that comes off. It's a really good tinder, and you see this one has a nice red tint and this one has a lovely silver tint. So we know that we have the birch tree here.
So to collect your birch sap, you just need a few simple tools: an empty bottle with a lid, a knife, and a pair of secateurs. So when you're collecting birch sap, you have a small window of opportunity, and here we are today on the 25th of February, so it's the start of spring. Well, it's kind of just into the nice warm days of spring, and you have a few things to look out for. Is you want to make sure that the buds of the birch tree are just starting to come out. So it's between when the buds start to come out and then just before the leaves are fully out on the birch tree is when you can actually collect the sap.
Yeah, so there's a few different ways you can harvest the birch sap. So one way is by drilling a hole into the trunk of the tree, and you put a little straw or pipe and wrap your bottle around it. I have done this in the past and it does collect a lot of sap, but it just feels like it's a little bit invasive to the tree. So over the last couple of years I've decided to do it a more gentler way. So what you do is you look for a lovely healthy branch that's coming off the trunk, and you'll take your secateurs just to snip it off, trim off our nice healthy branch with our secateurs. Lovely, thank you Birch. And you can see they're actually already, okay Emma, lovely. Takes a little bit of work, but that's all right. Nice and healthy, green wood with all the sap, lovely. So you can see here already the sap is starting to flow. That's a really good sign.
And just make sure when you are choosing a tree that it's a nice healthy size, as Georgina was saying. You don't want to take a really young tree.
Yeah. And also when you're collecting sap, you'd never collect off the same tree 2 years in a row. You'd always give it a little bit of a break. So you can see here now already the birch, the sap is flowing. So we're going to take our bottle now, and just very carefully what we're going to do is, mind yourself, we're going to just put a knife hole in the top of the lid, and so this will sit on our branch. So we'll just take our knife from the sheath very carefully, and I'll put this on the ground, and just very carefully I'll put a hole in the top. Yeah. So we have our hole here in our lid. So the purpose of this is just so we can slip the lid onto the branch of the tree. So we're going to do that now. If you hold the bottle,
Yeah.
and we just slip it on here.
So you have it with the
Screw part down, so
yeah.
we can screw on the bottle nice and tight on the branch. And this is a really good technique because it stops any bugs or insects going into your birch sap water, so it keeps it nice and clean. So we have it here, it's nice and tight. We're going to take our bottle now and just screw it on. Nice and tight. We'll push it down. Lovely. Nice and close to the trunk. And what will happen now is the birch water will just drip in to our bottle. And we'll come back in a couple of hours and see how much we have. So this is our third tree we're going to tap today, just to get a taste of the different flavours. And like the same again, we put on our lid and then screw on our bottle. Nice and tight. Lovely, and we'll come back in a few days and see how much they fill up. So we're here back in Kildare Woods, and it's 2 days since we left our bottles on the birch tree, and you can see we have a nice collection of birch sap. I'll take this one down. So it's really beautiful there, and a nice bit of sap, nice bit of birch water. So today is the 1st of March here in Kildare Woods in Kildare, and you can see we collected a nice bit over the last few days. So you have about a 2-week window for the birch sap collection. So as the weeks go on, we'll be able to collect more and more at a much greater flow as the weather gets warmer. So, but we have a nice bit now to taste here and see how it goes. So you took that from the other tree as well. So yeah, lovely.
This is from the other tree. As you can see, it's just a very little amount, but it's a really nice, a nice tonic for this time of the year. So it contains lots of antioxidants. So it has manganese in it. So that's really good for the liver and the pancreas
and the kidneys
and the bones. So it's really good for everything. And it helps with your metabolism. So it's a great thing to drink. So
cheers.
We're going to have a taste now.
Yeah.
Cheers. Beautiful.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Really sweet. And different trees, different flavours. You want to swap?
Yeah. Swapsies.
Lovely. It really is such a gift from nature. Like this spring tonic, as you said, manganese, magnesium, full of like trace minerals. And it's kind of nice thing to do is to thank the trees and just say thank you to nature for providing us with this beautiful spring tonic.
Let's have another little taste, just for good measure. So any more top tips before we go? Just to make sure that you choose a tree that it's at least about this or thicker than this. You want to get a nice healthy.
This is just the shoot of the bigger tree at the back.
Yeah.
So this is a lovely fine shoot. This is also a great angle to have as well. So we can easily just slip the bottle on and off, and the sap just drips in.
So if you are going to try it yourself, make sure you choose a tree that's on your own property, or if you're going to a different location, you might want to ask permission from the landowner. And also what is also very good practice when you're foraging is also to ask, as Georgina was saying at the start, to ask permission from nature herself to see that it's okay to take the sap. Isn't that right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And as you walk around the birch trees, you kind of get a feeling of which tree wants to be tapped. Which is nice, just to kind of like a kind of meditation where you just tune in and feel out what tree you're drawn to.
Yeah, so
nice.
Take your time and enjoy the experience. And generally as well, birch trees will grow places where there's acidic soil. So lucky for you, you're living in Kildare. There's plenty of like boggy areas or acidic areas, so that might be a nice clue for you. Somewhere that you think that it's quite marshy and stuff like that, you might be tendency to find birch trees there. And it's okay to do it with the white birch trees, as you'll see pictures of those, and then also the ones that are red birch trees. If you're unsure though, you can always contact us or have a little look online to identify specifically that it is an actual birch tree.
Absolutely. And there is a lot of birch trees around town, so if you just keep an eye out for them, you'll start to see them more and more.
Well, that's all from us here in Kildare Woods on this lovely sunny spring day. We really hope that you enjoyed this experience. Go out and enjoy Mother Nature.
Bye.
Bye.